Hello, my name's Adam Hills. Welcome to Spicks and Specks, the music quiz show for people that know their drum from their bass, their rhythm from their blues and their hip from their hop. Our first team captain was just a walking down the street singing do-wah-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. He's actor and comedian Alan Bro.
Hi. Thank you.
Alan's first guest is a member of 80s band I'm Talking, has sold over 1 million records as a solo artist and has just released a new album with the West Australian Symphony Orchestra. Please welcome the one and only Kate Sobrano. Alan's final team member is a comedian whose family doctor was Missy Higgins' father. To this day, he claims that her song Scar was written about his appendix operation. Please welcome Michael Chamberlain.
Thank you, Adam. Happy to be here. Looking beautiful.
Our second team captain was clicking her fingers and shuffling her feet, singing do-wah-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. She's Triple J's Miff Warhurst. Miff's first guest tonight has gone from listening to 70s rock to being a member of the Wiggles. That's right, he went from T-Rex to Dorothy the Dinosaur. Please welcome Murray Cook. Miff's final guest is an American comedian who once had lunch at the same cafe as Ozzy Osbourne, but was afraid to say hello in case Ozzy bit his head off. He's performing at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. He's Arj Barker. Now, Kate, before we go on with the show, we have lots of guests on the show and we like dredging up old music videos of them from the past.
Yeah, good one.
This is I'm Talking.
Oh, what a look.
That's sensational. How old were you in that clip?
Oh, I was about 15 or 16.
Fantastic. I love that hat.
The hat was great.
It was very 80s, wasn't it?
I must say there was a film clip you did by the name of Bedroom Eyes. You were wearing quite the dress, my friend Kate, and it got me through some very lonely nights, my friend.
Oh, my God.
Since we're admitting stuff, Murray, something about that thing.
Let's move on, shall we? Round one is called Know Your Product. Each team gets to pick a topic. Everybody will be quizzed on it. Your choices tonight are a modern form of music called post-rock, composers from the Romantic period, the Old Romantics, country music with a backbeat, rockabilly, and songs from Australian TV and movies, Australian screen music. Miff, you can pick the first topic tonight.
I've got a question. I mean, post-rock's a term that we hear quite a lot, but does anyone really know what it means?
Yeah, it's when you mail a rock.
Yeah.
It kind of refers to modern experimental rock.
We're happy with that.
Alrighty, Alan, what topic do you think is going to help your team?
Look, I think we'll go with Australian screen music tonight.
Cool. Let's start with post-rock. Everyone on your buzzers? Let's play Spicks and Specks. Your first question for 1 point. Members of which Melbourne pioneering post-rock band are Warren Ellis... Yep.
The Dirty Three.
Mick Turner and Jim White are the Dirty Three. Nice work out. Next question with 2 points. Following the groundbreaking album OK Computer...
Kid A?
Yes, Kid A is one of the answers.
And
Amnesiac?
OK, what I needed was their first completely post-rock album, which was released in 2001. It was Kid A. I'm going to open it up to this side.
Okay.
What was the first song on it? I'm going to throw it back to this side.
Is it American Anthem?
The first song was Everything in Its Right Place. Finally, for 3 points, this song is taken from an almost entirely vocal-based album by post-rock artist Björk.
One breath away.
I need you to give me 3 things. The name of the song, the album, and the major international event. Yes?
The song is I could never say it on air either. Oceania.
Oceania?
I really struggle with that, from Medulla, beautiful album.
Yep.
And the international event that she sang it was...
the Winter Olympics? The opening of the Winter Olympics?
It actually wasn't, so I'm going to open it up to this side.
I'd say it was the opening of the Summer Games in Athens.
It was the 2004 Athens Olympics. Well done. So that's 2 points from this team, 1 point to ours team. On to Australian screen music. Your first question for 1 point. Delta Goodrum's first hit single, Born to Try, debuted on which Australian TV show?
It'd have to be Neighbours, wouldn't it?
It was most definitely Neighbours. Well done, Nick.
She's good.
For 2 points, this is from an ABC TV series about an emerging pop band which spawned an Australian top 20 single. I need 2 things, the name of the show and the name... Yep.
Sweet and sour, and then I buzzed in too quickly to get the end of the question. Adam.
The show was Sweet and Sour.
Sweet and sour, Tracy Mann, About a Band, Sweet and sour. Sorry, mate.
The rest of the question was, I need the name of the fictional band around which it's centred.
The Takeaways.
It was the Takeaways. Well done, Murray.
Not only have you taken the loyalty of my child away from me, but you've also taken the second half of my question. My child is only in love with the Wiggles and won't answer to my call to get away from the television once the Wiggles are on.
No offence, but what sort of mother asked their child to come away from the television while the Wiggles are on?
Have you got a 2-year-old?
Not on me.
Right, 3 points on the line for your final question. This is the screen song The Monkey in Me. I need you to name 3 things: the actress, the film it's from, and the other single from that film.
Starstruck was the movie.
Yep.
I can't remember the actress's name and the other single from the movie, but I'm sure it was the one.
She got body, she got soul.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She got body, she got soul.
It was Body and Soul, so I'll
and
give you a
Soul's
point
cool.
for that. That's pretty close. What was the name of the actress?
Nicole Kidman.
No, I'll open it up.
No.
I thought it looked like Nicole Kidman's kind of weird sister.
The actress was Joe Kennedy.
Of course.
At the end of the first round, the scores are Alan, Kate, Michael on 3 points. Miff, Murray and Arj way out in front, 7 points. Each team will be given 3 artists and 3 interesting facts. You have to match the artist to the fact. Tonight, both teams have to match the stars with their nicknames. Alan, Kate and Michael, your stars are the woman who starred in The Bodyguard, Whitney Houston, Oscar winner and Grammy winner, Cher, and the lady who really, really wanted some water, Melissa Etheridge. You have to match them with their nicknames, which are Nippy, Lucky, and JPC.
Well, Cher is well known for not wearing hardly anything at all. What was the song that the video...
If I could turn back time.
Where she was sitting on the...
I could turn back time.
A little lower and you've almost got it.
That's right.
So it could be nippy for her.
She did go out with Richie Sambora from Bon Jovi, therefore her nickname probably should be Mental.
Kate, what do you think?
Actually, I'm still trying to work out what that is, the JPC, because that's going to mean everything to me.
Well, the only thing I can think is with JPC is that Cher, that's not her real name. I believe she might be Armenian or something like that. And I believe that her original name is quite long and quite complex.
So we'll give her
Well,
JPC.
like me when I was a kid, my brother nicknamed me Cack because it was easier to say it for whatever unknown reason. Cack, you know, Nippy, Whitney, Nippy,
Oh, yeah, that could be it.
Nippy,
Yeah,
Witty,
nippy,
Nippy,
witty, yeah.
That Nippy thing does look like someone who'd work in a 7-Eleven, and I'm tipping Whitney Houston probably isn't far from working in a 7-Eleven. So that might work.
Who's that on the right, though? Is that Garth from Wayne's World?
They both share a love of the ladies.
All right, what do you reckon?
OK, Whitney Houston is Nippy. Cher is JPC and Melissa Etheridge is Lucky.
3 points out of 3. Whitney Houston's nickname was Nippy. Cher's is JPC, which stood for Just Plain Cher. And Melissa Etheridge is Lucky. Now, if you're wondering what Melissa Etheridge has been up to lately, it was recently announced she'll be starring in a sitcom as a lesbian living with her heterosexual male best friend. One critic predicted it will be, quote, like Will and Grace, except cancelled. Miff, Murray and Arj, your artists are the man who thinks he's bigger than both Jesus and the Beatles, Oasis, Noel Gallagher. The man who thinks he's bigger than Jesus, the Beatles and Noel Gallagher, U2's Bono. And the man who makes Greg Matthews' hair look decent, Sir Elton John.
But how good are those sunglasses?
Yeah.
Pretty special. This time you have to match them to their childhood nicknames, which are Brezhnev, the Antichrist, and Hercules.
Well, Brezhnev had big,
Yeah,
really
like-
big eyebrows.
He had horns.
Yeah, it was special.
So it might be an eyebrow thing.
I mean, I'm sort of an expert of big eyebrows because me and my friends co-host a website called monobrow.com, which celebrates the unity of your eyebrows. And, our slogan is, don't tweeze to please. Or we have several slogans. One is fun, monobrow.com, make the connection. And So being a bit of an expert, I know that he is one of our celebrity mono bros.
Was it personal? Did you, obviously monobrow, you were sporting one at some point, clearly not now.
As you get into your late 20s and early 30s, there's some people, they just have a natural recession of their monobrow, and they become actually bibrowed once again.
Can you be bibrow curious if you're a monobrow? Yeah, I thought so.
Totally.
Right, so...
On that note, I'm going to go with that. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. So Noel Gallagher, you'd have to be Brezhnev. He would have got that as a little kid, because that would have been around about the same time.
And
Bono.
Well, I was thinking also the Elton John one. That picture underneath him just looks like it goes with him.
Does.
Hercules is actually Elton John's middle name now. He's Reg Dwight, but his full name that he uses now is Elton Hercules John. So I'm assuming that Hercules is Elton.
Okay, so that only leaves one more. Just think, everybody! It's gotta be a clear.
So, wrapping up, what were you saying?
Noel Gallagher, Brezhnev,
Yep.
Bono, the Antichrist, of course. Elton is Hercules.
Absolutely correct, 3 points out. Noel Gallagher's nickname was Brezhnev because he had bushy eyebrows like former Russian President Leonid Brezhnev. Bono was called the Antichrist because as a child he was argumentative and outspoken. Thank God he grew out of that. And Elton John was called Hercules after the horse in Steptoe and Son. After that round, the scores are Alan, Kate, Michael on 6 points, Miff, Murray, Arj still in the lead, 10 points. Round 3 is called Sample Mania. Each team will hear short snippets of songs. You have to listen carefully and identify as many songs as you can. Miff, Murray and Arj, you're up first. Okay. These are your songs.
I am a hurricane, listen to yourself, turn it down a little bit, turn it down flat. Says he's got a bad cough, wants to get it paid off. Sitting on the back road, waiting for the big boom. John McCarthy, Richard Nix, the Studebaker television.
Wild Wild West was in there.
Well, I didn't know
It's
that.
the end of the first one was R.E.M., The End of the World as we know it.
Pump It Up, Elvis Costello.
That's right.
The third one was...
The Bob Dylan one. Subterranean
Homesick Blues. And the last one was...
We Didn't Start the Fire. Billy Joel.
Let's have a listen back. It was End of the World as we know it, R.E.M. Pump It Up, Elvis Costello. Subterranean Homesick Blues, Bob Dylan. Wild Wild West, Escape Club. And We Didn't Start the Fire, Billy Joel, 5 points out of 5.
Nice work.
Alan, Kate, Michael, it's your turn. Here are your song snippets.
Strangers of the Night, Walk on the Wild Side.
Where's that second last one? It just goes in and out of your head. It's amazing.
No, it's not amazing. It's the opposite of amazing. They've all got doobie-doo in them, so that narrows it down. How many songs can have doobie-doo in them?
Oh, What a Night. Have you said that?
Oh, What a Night. Oh, What a Night, yep. Tom's Diner.
Duran Duran.
Girls on Film.
Girls on Film. 1 in a million. No?
You sure that was the
It
song?
wasn't it?
I'm going to open it up to the other team because I've got a feeling they know it.
Hungry Like a Wolf.
Let's listen back to the songs. They were Strangers in the Night, Frank Sinatra. Tom's Diner, Suzanne Vega. Hungry Like the Wolf, Duran Duran. Oh What a Night, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. And Walk on the Wild Side, Lou Reed. You guys got 4, you guys got 1.
Well done.
That was hard.
Get distracted by the bees.
Right, at the end of that round, the scores are Alan, Kate, Michael on 10 points, Miff, Murray and Arj out in front, 16 points. One member of each team has to sing well-known songs using the words of an unrelated book. Your teammates have to identify the songs. Before we get onto it, though, while we're talking substitutes, Murray,
Yes.
I know a few people who have gone to see the Wiggles recently, and you're using a substitute at the moment.
We have been, yeah. Greg was in hospital, he had a hernia operation and obviously couldn't wiggle. So we don't say it's Greg, but we say he's helping us out. This is our special friend Brett, and Brett comes out.
Wow, it sounds like an awful conversation you have with your mum.
Well, that explains the skivvies.
Just out of interest, though, like, you know, when you're at work and you've got to call the boss up, you're feeling a bit crook or not feeling crook. In the Wiggles, who's the boss? Who gets the phone call?
Dorothy the dinosaur.
Have you been approached to do an In Excess style search for a new Wiggle show? So,
We haven't, but I reckon that's series 3.
I just could imagine all four of you sitting there just going, you're going to like them. It'd be worth it just for that.
Right, we'll move on, shall we? Kate, you'll be singing for Alan and Michael tonight, and you'll be substituting lyrics from Mounted Police in New South Wales, a history of heroism and duty since 1821. That's your book. Those are your songs. Don't show your teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, Kate Sobrano.
Put a little bedroom eyes into it, Kate. Come on.
Okay, baby. Just for you.
Hands on the table, Chamberlain.
The first military mounted police were assembled in great haste and had to be content with horses taken from government cars, which in turn had to make do with bullocks.
Baby Love.
It was Baby Love by the Supremes. Well done.
The arrested men proved to be the scapees, the leader, and the actual killer was one John Jenkins.
Hallelujah.
It's Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen.
Yeah, baby. The police consisted of about 45 mounted police, drawn up in 2 divisions, and about 24 foot police. The foot police were drawn up in front of the government buildings, while the mounted police were a little to one side, so they could command the ground in front over the miners were due to advance to reach the lockup where the prisoners who now number 3.
To Sir With Love.
It was To Sir With Love by Lulu. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Kate Sobrano. That was sensational, Kate.
You can't do Lulu in half measures. What can I say?
You know what?
I'm saying?
That should be on a T-shirt. Now, Kate, when you started in I'm Talking, you were 17. How was it being interviewed and trying to put forward a good face when you're 17?
Well, actually, I remember a story. We had a rock arena show. It was on the ABC, and it was a very highbrow rock critic, Barsha Vonkowski, with that lovely voice. Do you remember?
Yep.
And she said, "Yeah, what are your first impressions of Sydney?" And I said, "Well, I love Sydney. It's really great, and I don't mind the drive, even though it's like 10 hours. They've got these great ham and cheese falacios." She said, "I think you mean focaccios." I said, "Oh, do I? Oh, okay, yeah, focaccios." So I actually think that was a charming moment, and it showed, that I had yet more to learn about life.
Though you were spicing it up with a bit of ham and cheese, though.
You'll be singing for Miff and Murray, and you'll be taking your lyrics from The Popular Guide to Puppy Rearing by Alwyn Gwyn Jones, Championship Show Judge. That's your book. There are your songs.
Thanks.
Don't show your teammates. Arj Barker.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And this is the popular guide to puppy rearing as opposed to the unpopular guide to puppy rearing, which is all about cats. Okay, here we go. And I just want to say that you did a great job, Kate. And I almost feel like it's unfair. I feel like you might have sung that book before. All right. Okay, here we go. Oh, shit. Why did I sign up for this? All right. It is a curious fact that the best show bitches are not necessarily the best broods, and many of the big winners in all breeds are produced by rather ordinary-looking bitches. Mated to the right dog and beautifully bred themselves. The breeding of a bitch is all important. An experienced breeder in any breed can prophesy with reasonable accuracy what kind of puppies a bitch is likely to produce from examining her pedigree. Whilst not necessarily a show specimen, she should not have any big faults of her breed.
Something by Snoop Dogg.
What? Wasn't that good?
The song was Hotel California by the Eagles.
Did I not sound like that? Okay, it's not my fault if everyone here is bloody tone deaf.
Song 2, please.
All right, get ready for some fun. Some highly strung bitches become very excited after whelping, are most upset if the puppies cry.
The Muppet.
That was the theme from the Muppet Show.
Kind of get in the right mood, right? Diarrhea is a common puppy trouble, and also
Another brick in the wall.
It is Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd. Arj Barker. After this round, the scores are Alan, Kate, Michael on 13 points. Miff, Murray, Arj still out in front, 18 points. It's time for the final countdown. Teams, hands on your buzzers. 1 point for a correct answer, 1 point off for a wrong answer. Your questions start now. According to Dire Straits, you get your money for nothing.
And your...
Chicks for free.
Exactly, your chicks for free. Actor Jack Black is also lead singer
Tenacious D.
for Tenacious D. From which culture does the shakuhachi flute originate?
Papua New Guinea.
It was Japan. Name the 20-something punk light rocker who said she was like, quote, Sid Vicious for a new generation.
Pink.
No, it was Avril Lavigne.
Oh, really? Oh, she's dreaming.
What time of day did Corey Hart wear his sunglasses?
At night.
Exactly right. Finally, for 1 point, sing the chorus to American Pie by Don McLean.
Oh, that's just humiliating.
Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Took the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Good old boys are drinking whiskey and wine, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die.
Pretty good. Sing it like you're in a pub at 3 in the morning.
Hey, Murray, lend me some money. I love you.
At the end of the show, the scores are Alan, Kate, Michael ended up on 16 points. Miff, Murray and Arj, 1 point in front, 17. Yeah. Would you please thank all our guests for tonight? Kate Sobrano, Michael Chamberlain, Murray Cook and Arj Barker. And of course, our 2 team captains, Alan Bro and Miff Warhurst. If you want to learn more about the world of music, just visit the Spicks and Specks website, but we leave you tonight with an amazing piece of Australian screen music. Earlier in the show, we mentioned Delta Goodrem singing on Neighbours. Well, That pales in comparison to a band called the Bushrangers, who made an appearance on a well-known Aussie show in the 70s using one of the cast members on drums. Thanks for watching Spicks and Specks. My name's Adam Hills. Good night, Australia.
We'd like to start by dedicating this song to a very beautiful and talented young lady, a new member of our group. Well, boys. 1, 2, 3.
Hippity-hop, she'll stop the traffic when she passes by. You'll stop and wish that you were where she's going. Hoppity-hip, she'll skip into your heart. You'll wonder why the world is all a glimmer and a glowing. Cute as a koala and as busy as a bee, happy as a kookaburra laughing in a tree. Hippity-hop, she's up the way she waved goodbye. That's when you want the whole wide world to know that you love Skippy.